Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Casual Sports Talk Podcast. Who is the GOATs Part 2 edition? And now we got gentlemen that we're trying to figure out who is going to be the true GOATs of all other sports. Here's Douglas and Theodore.
Yeah, still
That's right. Tennis, golf, racing, NASCAR F1, any other type of racing, and then the Olympics.
And the Olympics, yeah.
Yes, we have the fun week since this is our off-season week, actually the off-season month, to be honest with you.
I'm not gonna lie, this was fun to do. This was fun to research and learn a little bit more about, because there were some great racing drivers that I'd never heard of that were big time. Some of the older folks too. We'll see if any of us included some older generations in here, because there were some compelling cases early on in these sports.
I mean, definitely for the top three GOATs for the Olympics. For the Olympians, yes. There's one person on this list that I'm pretty sure you guys have never heard of. So doing research for the Olympians, names that come out of old I don't say old timer because she's still alive, but she's definitely not competing anymore. So
how dare you? You tell me we're not going to have 6-year-olds compete in the?
She's not 6 years old, Stu. She's in her probably 80s right now. But
you're telling me we're not going to have 80-year-olds play against 20-year-olds and be like, I could beat you in the Olympics.
That was another thing. When I was doing my research for the Olympics, I was just looking up the greatest records for Olympics of all time. And some guy, I don't know what it was for shooting, and he was the oldest Olympian of all time that got a medal. He was 72 years old or 72 years young, however you want to perceive it. So just doing research, finding things out. It's pretty cool and pretty entertaining for sure.
Yeah, it'd be fun to be a researcher,
Yeah, sports researcher. Yeah, give me a good salary. I'll do that all day.
Yeah,
just learning all these obscure stats and stuff. Watching the Tigers games now, it's so cool how much data is literally pulled in real time. They're like, oh, this guy's the highest walk percentage or this or that, or it's the amount of data and obscure stats right now for sports is it's overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, when sportscasters are at a game and they just say, oh, if this guy has a 3-2 count, a full count, and they're like, oh, this guy's batting 600 when he has a full count this season. It's man, just to have those stats readily available. So whoever's behind the scenes getting those stats ready for the broadcasters, give me that job. I'll gladly do that.
I was gonna say, that's pretty quick. It's pretty cool.
But would you say AI is going to take that job away? Just be like, oh, ChatGPT, give me the stats right now.
I mean, I'm sure they use AI and ChatGPT, GPT.
Yes.
It definitely speeds up the process, but there's still someone that has to type that into the app or to the website to ask for those statistics.
Yeah, and to be fair, sometimes it can get the wrong answer sometimes.
Yeah, computers aren't always right.
I someone that loves the ChatGPT and maybe using ChatGPT all the time. I love that. But I guess we should start with the first GOAT. So, gentlemen, what do you think? What sports should we start out with for the other GOATs?
Which one do you guys think is the least entertaining of these four sports? Tennis, golf, racing, Olympics.
You can't ask me. I love them all in different ways.
I was telling Stuart before we started this podcast, one sport's not better than the other. There's not one sport that's more important than the other one. But if I had to go, I'd go with racing.
Yeah, I mean that's a perfectly fine place to start.
All right, we got to start with. Should we start with Douglas, your personal favorite, NASCAR, which you do love, NASCAR?
I got to go to Dega last year. That was pretty cool.
Oh my God, I would love to go to Talladega.
I missed MIS though. I think it comes again in August though for the playoffs. So I might try to go out to. It's only 30 minutes from us, so I might go check out one of those. But I mean, I think for me this one was pretty straightforward. But there's two mentions here, kind of. So we have Dale Earnhardt. I think is going to be my GOAT.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
seven NASCAR championships, which is tied for the most of all time. The Intimidator. He was my GOAT. But also, Mr. Mario Andretti. Part of the reason that he made my GOAT list was he won championships he was one of two people to win championships in F1, Indy, World Sports Car, and NASCAR. So he won a race in 4 different sports, one of 2 people to ever do it. And so those are my 2 NASCAR.
So Andretti, I like that statistic. I did not come across that. That might make him the greatest of all time across all types of racing.
Oh,
and that's what I was kind of going for. Like he was diversified, so like he was a racer, not just like he wasn't a specialist, if you will.
now I will say this, Douglas. Could we add one more to the list?
I got 4 of them still. I still have 2 more. I was just doing NASCAR.
Yeah.
Oh, for the NASCARs, I just
He's
want
just
to
getting
put.
to the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, you're talking just NASCAR? Yeah, I mean, I feel like Jimmie Johnson would have to be in there. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch much. Like when I was like in high school, I think he won like 4 or 5 straight championships. Like he was untouchable there for probably a decade.
2010, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010.
So yeah, 5 straight championships. Like that was incredible to watch. Like that dude was just. I think they changed the rules because he was winning so much.
My top guy for all of racing. He's in NASCAR, so I'll add to your fire, Stuart, about talking about NASCAR. Is Mr. Richard Petty.
I was putting him ready too. I was like,
he won four titles in a row: 1971, 1972, 74, and 75. Oh, I missed 73, so not 4 in a row. But 7 titles all around throughout his career, which is tied for the most with Mr. Dale Earnhardt, like Doug was saying. But yeah, the amount of wins in NASCAR he has is 200, and that is a lot. So for NASCAR involved races, 200 career wins for Mr. Richard Petty.
I will say there's actually a great YouTube series that was like a few years ago, and it was Emperor Lemon, and he did a documentary just talking about Dale Earnhardt and his whole career and all that stuff. And it was so amazing. I should definitely send that to you guys. I'd just be like, oh my goodness, that's so good. 50 minutes. I don't know. That might be too long for you, Fyodor, but still.
30 minutes, my sweet spot.
One thing I will watch for an hour, Stu, is I have been watching a lot of golf things that are like an hour to 2 hours. Because you can watch the full 18 holes. Like Bryson just posted one today. It's about an hour long, but I'm definitely going to watch it because he's trying to set a course record. And it's just a good old time. So, look, speaking of some golf, I suppose.
See, I say 30 minutes because when I'm watching things, I watch them at night when I'm in bed, just trying to go to sleep. During the day, I'm active. I'm doing things. So I don't really have time to be sitting down for an hour and 2 to pay attention to one thing. Even if I'm watching a 30-minute thing on YouTube or Amazon or Netflix, I get bored after like 10 minutes. So I like end up switching to something else.
Oh my God. And I'm the weirdo that I could listen to a hardcore history podcast. Dan Carlin, love that.
I do like history. Like if it's like a Saturday afternoon, I got nothing going on, or a Sunday evening, I'll flip on the History Channel, and they're like, it's like how to build things or the history of this. It's pretty entertaining.
Or I'll listen to like a 3.5 hour podcast. But I'm the weirdo that likes that stuff.
Well, what I've been doing is I've been going back and watching classic movies to some extent, and I'm reading like classic books. So I've like kind of gone like back. Like I'm working on Moby Dick right now. I never read it, and so I'm like,
that's a real classic.
Well, a little bit different vibe. I want to read a little bit.
Is that your white whale, Douglas?
It's one of them still until the next one arises. To the next one.
But
so Doug mentioned 2 people. I know I want to hear his 3rd and 4th. But
so these 2 are more F1. I had 2 F1ers as well.
Gotcha. The number 2 on my list, he's F1, and it's Mr. Lewis Hamilton out of Great Britain.
Yeah, I got him as well.
That's a good one.
105 wins in the F1 series out of 368 races. That's
7 world titles as well. So, and my other one was tied with him with 7 world titles. It was Michael Schumacher. Because he had 91 wins, and he had set the record for fastest lap 77 times, they said. So it's like, that's pretty good racing, and 7 total titles. He was kind of like my honorable mention. He was kind of the 4th one that snuck in there.
It is so funny that sometimes NASCAR fans get so butthurt sometimes at F1. They're like, I hate it. There's like a portion of NASCAR fans like never gonna watch F1, never gonna watch like that. But then there's like some NASCAR fans that are like, yeah, you know what? I watch a little bit of both. I'm not gonna lie.
As somebody that appreciates both, they're just such different sports. Like that's what's hard about this category is it's so wide.
Yeah, it's
like,
an apples and
they could have gone with this. I mean, like I honestly thought about snowmobile racing and like dirt bike racing and like drag like car racing. It's like my dad watched that a ton, and what was his name? John Force. He could have possibly been on there because he won a ton of world titles in drag racing, but like he didn't even make the list. We didn't even really talk about that like style, like the NHRA stuff. But whole nother wing of it that we could have gone down.
Now, should we separate? Let's just do a separation. For who do you think is going to be the GOATs of NASCAR, and who do you think is the GOATs of F1?
I mean, I think what's his name? That dude right now, the Red Bull driver. He has a chance to be the GOAT.
Mhm.
Like he might Verstappen. He's won, I think, 4 straight championships or something, and like he looks pretty unbeatable. Like he is.
Oh, yeah, Max Verstappen, out of France.
Yeah, like he's won. I'm pretty sure the last 4 titles, if I'm not mistaken. Like he's just like easily the best in the world right now, like by a wide margin.
Mm-hmm. Now that's a good question. I would say, if you're not an F1 fan, you don't even watch sports, could you say the GOAT status? You're so good, like even your average Joe knows who Lewis Hamilton is.
I mean, I think everyone knows who Lewis Hamilton is.
Yeah, I don't even watch F1 as much, and I even know who Lewis Hamilton is.
He was a producer on the F1 movie too, and like he was like in like a major scene of it. Like I saw that movie last week, and that was a pretty good time, man. Like they had like obviously like the real F1 drivers in there, and Lewis Hamilton was a producer on that movie, which was kind of cool.
Yes. So I think for right now we should do for the F1s. All in favor. I say Lewis Hamilton, just because. Yeah,
you're here.
I mean, I think Doug. He mentioned he had him on his list, and then Michael Schumacher. So, and I had him number 2 on my list for all-time racing, number 1 for F1.
Yeah. Like I will always say for like when we did it last time with Michael Jordan, you may not even be an NBA fan. You might even never watched an NBA, but you know who Michael Jordan is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's like all of our sports here. I mean, for my tennis ones, my golf ones, they're all like bigger than the sport.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun. It's pretty wild to become that big.
Now we got to talk about the NASCAR part because this is gonna be the fun part. Who is our GOATs for NASCAR? I love Petty also.
I do too. I mean, I think it's 1A, 1B. Like if you were truly like they're both on Mount Rushmore, you know.
And it's kind of funny because I will say it. I think the current NASCAR fans, I will say it. The current NASCAR fans kind of hate the gimmicky stuff of the previous, like how NASCAR is now and the weird playoffs, and now they're doing all weird stuff now, and it just feels like it's not the same old as it back in the day.
Yeah, I mean. I have 2 thoughts on that because it's kind of fun in a way, but it also like it's very confusing to watch a race because it's like, granted, it's not that confusing once you learn it, but it's like they do different heats now, which is weird. It's like you can score different amounts of points. It's definitely not as straightforward as just whoever gets the finish line first wins. You can like win different stages within a race, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, before like the Earnhardt era or the Perry era, Richard Petty era, like that was basically what it is. It's like, where'd you finish? Boom. That's it. That's how you found it. I mean, I would even argue NASCAR has not even recovered since the tragic death of Earnhardt. Some might say. You know what I mean? Like that was probably that peak, like that. The late 70s to 2001, that was like the basically peak of NASCAR's like dominance.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I remember watching like those races live and like a lot of Jeff Gordon back in those days, and it was a different time, man. That's for sure.
Oh, and also fun fact, Jeff Gordon actually went to Cedar Point one time, and I took a photo with Jeff Gordon. I will tell you that.
That is very cool. He was my favorite driver for a while.
Are you jelly like a? And I didn't know NASCAR that much. I was like, oh, that's super cool. Like, oh yeah, but it's like, I mean, how does it make you feel? It's like, man, if you were there, Douglas, and you get to meet Jeff Gordon, you'd be like, oh my god. Would you fanboy?
Yeah, I think I would, especially back then, man. I mean, I was all in.
Yes,
he was my guy for sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I will always say it. Even though people always like crap, it's like, oh, you turn left in NASCAR. It's a hard sport. Let's be honest. You're like 108 degrees. You're going 200 miles an hour. You know what I mean?
The amount of force that it puts on your body and the amount of G's that these guys take each corner, like it is truly a remarkable sport. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever seen how steep those curves are too?
Yeah.
Like those banks are insane. Like these dudes are going 200 miles an hour. Like I can't imagine how strong their cores are, like I feel like that's so much work.
It is, yeah. Like I feel like the people just like, oh, you just turn left and that's it. It's like, can you drive 200 miles an hour and just like
and sitting there in heavy traffic, like doing it the whole time, passing.
Yeah,
people.
and you're just like passing people, and then someone might bump you. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly. You gotta, your reaction times have to be among the best in the world for sure.
And you got to be like cool as a cucumber because you don't want you're afraid like an accident could happen. You know what I mean? Luckily, I mean, I will say the one good thing is luckily since the tragic death of Earnhardt, there's not been any deaths since.
Well, I mean, there's that whole movie on it. I think they required them to use a certain type of like neck brace now or something.
Yeah, because
like all the safety equipment that they made it mandatory, and everybody started wearing it the next race.
Yeah, and I feel like that was like one of the things. I will even argue. I think I do agree, Earnhardt, because Earnhardt even had the weird restrictions because I watched the Emperor Lemon video about it, where it can only go to it was like a certain speed where they basically like cut off the speed basically, and like I forgot what was the reason. There was like a cap like spot in like all the cars.
Yeah,
and Earnhardt hated it at the time. He was like, "This is stupid. It's going to ruin racing and all that stuff." And even with the cap restrictions on the speed. He probably did better in his career for Earnhardt than previously, ironically.
There is a move in NASCAR that has been banned. Well, I don't know if it's banned in all racing too, but I know it's banned in NASCAR. This one racer, I forgot who it was, found out that it's kind of like a slingshot, where if you just ride the wall, you'll get more momentum and more speed. And I forgot what race it was, but man, the guy was probably in like 6th or 7th place with like 1 lap to go. And he was within distance of the other 5 cars that were in front of him place-wise. And he just rode the wall and he won the race. And NASCAR's like, yeah, we're going to like, it's acceptable right now because it's not a rule. But after that race and after that outcome, they banned that move. So I'm pretty sure they call it the slingshot.
Now, I will
he just rode the wall. I know it dented up his car a lot. But I mean, easy fix on that car when you win, $1 million or $2 million for the team.
Now, this is a good question, Douglas, Theodore, Christopher. Who's the GOAT of NASCAR? We both picked our decision. I want your decision right now.
I already have my decision. Who's your guys'?
I figured I wanted to see what your decision.
Oh yeah, I'll say it before you guys mention yours again. Sorry if I wasn't around for it. But yeah, Richard Petty.
Oh,
sure.
That's a both good.
I mean, he's number 1 on my list for all of racing. Number 2 is from F1. So I got to stick to my bones with Richard Petty.
I mean, those are both the classics. I honestly feel like.
I mean, they're like 1A or 1B.
Like Doug saying Dale Earnhardt. I'm not sure if he said it for the overall GOAT, but yeah, for him winning Dale Earnhardt from 90, 91, 93, 94. So yeah, he didn't win in a row. There were a couple of years he missed. It would have been cool if he won like 5 years in a row.
But
Jimmie Johnson, that's who we mentioned that won 5 in a row. Yeah, 2006, 07, 08, 09, and then 2010. I just like Richard Petty because the amount of racing wins he had overall, 200 in his career.
But it's kind of hard because I've always argued, and I talked about it, I think I might go for Earnhardt. And you might hate me on this one, Theodore. But I feel like, and I talked about it with Douglas also, I think when Earnhardt's death, I think that was kind of the peak of NASCAR. And I feel like NASCAR never really recovered ever since. So that kind of made sense.
You just got to watch the movie Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell.
But I mean, wouldn't you kind of agree, Douglas? I mean, I know you're a NASCAR fan or casual. I feel like that's never was that peak where I felt like.
I mean, I don't think it's quite at that peak. Like they're kind of coming back. Like you got some good stuff going with like being on Amazon Prime, and I think they've been expanding their viewership a little bit. I think it's kind of on the rise. It's kind of like the NBA for me, where it's like it's kind of building up momentum a little bit again.
Yeah, I mean, I would always argue that.
So Stuart picked Earnhardt. Doug, who was your pick of greatest of all time?
I also picked Earnhardt.
Earnhardt, gotcha.
It's a tough. I feel like when you think of NASCAR, you think of Earnhardt, and you think of Petty, Richard Petty.
When I think of NASCAR, I think of Jeff Gordon.
That was so we talked over for a while.
Yeah,
too.
but I feel like Gordon is not in that low.
He's not that low. I think he has 4 championships. Like he's not.
Yeah, I know he's great. Also, fun fact: I actually did take a photo with Jeff Gordon. Theodore.
Yeah, I overheard that at Cedar Point. Yeah,
Yep.
I did hear that. I was in the other room.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
So I showed the kids where you were in that commercial for Cedar Point. That's where my buddy was, a smiling kid.
Right my God, the little small, little itty bitty.
That's where Snoopy, good old Camp Snoopy.
Camp Snoopy, I'm a star on Camp Snoopy.
Star.
Wait, so
this is where we had editing. We would show
Camp
the clip.
Snoopy?
Yes, I was in a Camp Snoopy commercial in 1999.
Oh, in 1999. Oh, so you were a child riding rides?
Yeah, I was a child riding rides. It was the greatest because I had to skip. We skipped school. We were like, oh, this is so cool. I don't have to go to school. We just went in a commercial the whole day.
I mean, you're 8 years old at the time, 1999, 8 years old. You're not really learning much of anything. And what that'd be like third or like second grade.
Yeah, and then we play, and then we played like Pokemon with other kids. It was like this is like so much Pokemon cards, and it was like, man, this is the funnest day ever. And then we rode like the Camp Snoopy ride like 2 times in a row.
Nice.
What a life.
And it was kind of funny because then later when I rode Camp Snoopy, like my first year, it's like, wait a minute, this don't make sense. We only ride it once and that's it. I rode it twice in a row.
Dude, that's how I felt when I went to Michigan Adventures last time. Because when me and my sister went as kids, we rode it. I think we rode it 17 times in a row where there was nobody else in line, so we just kept going. And like this last time, there's such a line, and I was like, "Oh man, this isn't like what I remember." But also jarred my back a lot more now. I wouldn't have been able to ride it twice.
Yeah,
a little bit rougher than when I was 8 years old.
Yes. So
I remember I did ride Mean Streak back when we all worked at Cedar Point. I was off early and decided to ride Mean Streak, and they're like, "Oh, does everyone want to keep riding?" I rode it 5 times in a row, and like I can understand why people would puke on it because like riding it 5 times in a row the back, and then everything's just jolting around. So if I would have rode it 6 times in a row, I probably would have vomited, but knew my limits.
But I will say back to the other thing. So we got Earnhardt. We got for the F1 the greatest one right there. I'm sorry. I literally brain farted a little bit.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton. My God, I literally talked about like, I don't watch F1 and I would remember Lewis Hamilton, but now I forgot his name. Ooh.
Yeah, well, we should move on to golf, I dare say.
Yeah, we should move on to something else. It's been 22 minutes already.
All right, we're going to talk about the golf right here in golf. So I got my 2 goats right here.
2. What happened to 3? All right, we'll talk 2. We can talk 2 for each person. I like that.
I like.
Oh, wait, Doug. Who's your honor? Did you have honorable mention for racing? And if so, who was it?
No, I mean I kind of mentioned him with Schumacher.
Oh, that's right. You had Schumacher.
I mean, for golf, I had a casual mention of Ben Hogan was my 3rd honorable mention.
Hogan.
Yeah, I actually had Ben Hogan as my honorable mention, but
I think just because he was like an advocate for the game, and like they said, he like helped kind of create a bunch of like training materials, and like he's kind of a face of the game, and he won 9 majors. Like he's not quite in that Tiger, Jack Nicholson type of debate, but he's like still one of the icons of the game.
Yes. Now this is gonna be the tough one because I talked to my stepfather about it because he's an avid golf. Yes, he loves golf. Hell, he's been to the Masters a couple of times. He loves that. He's been to Augusta. Yes. And I told him like, hey, I should talk about Tiger Woods and explain how he's the GOAT. And he's like, I don't know if I want to put Tiger on there because Jack Nicklaus is
Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus. When I think of GOATs in golf, he is my GOAT.
He's one more time. My 1A, 1B once again for sure.
It's a tough one because I feel like both of them are. What
this is like a debate of is like the classic: do you value consistency over a career, or do you value peak ability? Because I think most people on this planet would agree that peak Tiger Woods was the best golfer that ever lived.
I mean,
that period of time, but Jack Nicklaus did it so much longer and more consistent over like several decades, where Tiger had like that great 10-year stretch, and then he just really didn't do anything outside of that.
Yeah. I mean, he did win the one Masters in 2019. You know,
Yeah, he had the one random comeback that was fun.
that was a
But I
great
mean,
comeback.
honestly, the next Wood to win a major is going to be his son Charlie. Like Charlie's looking good, man. Like Charlie's going to take the mantle.
But I will say this. And I do agree with it. When it's the 2000s and Tiger Woods were playing golf, you're doomed. No hope. No hope. I don't care whoever's going to play. You're not beating Tiger. You're doomed.
Is that how it was? Can you say the same thing for Jack Nicklaus in like the 70s and the 80s? If you're playing against Jack, like no hope? Or
that's a good question.
That's the thing. Like, I don't think there's ever a fear like there was peak Tiger. Like, I don't think it was like there was no Sunday Jack, but there was Sunday Red and Tiger Woods. You know,
you don't
like this past weekend. Was it just the Open was going on? Was it Scheffler? He won.
Yeah,
and he won by 4 strokes easily. Like you're not going to come back, in the 16th, 17th, 18th hole and catch up to a guy. Typically, you're not going to catch up to a guy who's up by 4 strokes, and that's the type of fear that Tiger Woods instilled into his opponents. He'd be up by so many strokes. 14th, 15th hole. There was no catching up to Tiger Woods.
Well, just had that a lot of people are saying that this is the closest that we've had to peak Tiger Woods in some time. Like a lot of people are saying, like Scotty Scheffler's, like they said, like 36-month run is among the best the sports scene like in this millennium.
No, that's a good question.
Won the gold medal. I think he's won 3 majors at least recently. Like, dude's putting up some stats.
Now, I will say this. Oh, this is a good question. Peak Scheffler or peak Tiger?
Tiger.
I mean, he's the peak Tiger.
Yeah, peak Tiger.
Like, Scheffler's got. I mean, if Scheffler keeps on this run for another 6 years, then he's approaching Tiger Woods status. Like Tiger did it for a decade. Scheffler's done it for like 2.5 years.
Scheffler's he's only 29 years of age.
Exactly. I mean, he very well could do it for another 10, 11 years, and then it's a conversation, Stu. When we circle this back and we're all in our 40s, and we have a conversation.
Yeah. When I have my gray hairs and be like, what are we going to talk about? Peak Scheffler,
Scotty Scheffler or something.
Boy, I'm going to be in the nursing home. We're going to be 80 years old in the podcast and be like, how about them boys?
Oh my gosh. Like, Stu, it's been 78 years.
I don't care. I remember
it's been a lifetime, Stu.
Hey, I always joke. Do you think, this is a good question. Random tangent. Do you think when we're all 80, will our football teams win a Super Bowl? Yes or no?
Let's see. I'm 34, so that gives the Browns 36 years to do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, 46 years to do it. I think the Browns will win a Super Bowl within my lifetime.
I think so. I think we'll see a Lions. We'll see a Cowboys win a Super Bowl. I think we will.
We should definitely see a Lions. I mean,
we should.
Yeah, keyword should for all.
We should, but are they going with this down? Well, but
we got new coordinators. The roster is elite. The roster is one of the best in the league. But can you replace your coordinators? Can Jared Goff win the big game? Yeah. Find out next season on Detroit Lions football.
Yes, when we get to August, when we get to talk about the NFL preseason. Yay! Which is always my favorite.
We got a big debate here, though. Tiger or Jack? Who we got?
This is a tough one.
I put Tiger ahead of Jack. Only because technically Tiger's still an active player. He could win. He could have another PGA win under his belt, which right now he's tied for Sam Snead overall with 82 PGA wins. He could technically get one more and be the all-time winningest golfer. I don't see it happening. But the only reason I put him ahead of Jack Nicklaus is because there's that potential of him.
Yeah,
he's ahead of Jack Nicklaus for all-time wins, but there's a chance he could potentially have another.
That is a good question, and we should ask this: if we had peak Jack Nicklaus versus peak 2000s Tiger, who wins that? Who wins the Masters?
I mean, the answer to that riddle is the answer to my answer. That's what I'm saying.
Same question what Doug just asked, but in a different form. Who's the greatest?
Either way, it's Tiger Woods, Stu. He's clearly peak Tiger is the greatest to ever do it.
I might go peak Tiger, but it's so funny because my stepfather is going to be so upset of us that we were like, you just like about Tiger.
Our review going.
I'll say tell him that we really advocated for Jack, but like it just there was nobody as dominant, man. Like we seem to enjoy peak power here.
Yeah, I
mean, if it was like if he had half the number of titles as Jack, but like it's so close, he has more complete total tour wins, and he's like kind of when you think of golf, the first thing you think of is Tiger Woods.
Yes, and if I think of the 2000s, I think of or that late 90s to 2000s, it's Tiger guaranteed win.
If we had your stepdad Pat on this podcast, that'd be an amazing addition for this topic. Because Pat, he was alive. I can assume he was alive in the 70s and the 80s when Nicklaus was dominating or being a great golfer that he is or that he was. Whereas we were born all in 91 or 90 or 92, right around that period. So we grew up with Tiger Woods. So we automatically assume that Tiger Woods. When we think of golf, we think of Tiger Woods. Now, if we ask Pat, your stepdad Stu, when he thinks of golf, he might say Jack Nicklaus, just because it's a different era that we were born in and that we grew up in.
Yeah, and I feel like this would be an interesting when we get to my stepfather's age in their 60s and 70s, who's going to be is Tiger still going to be in that go, or there's going to be people in their 20s and 30s in the future that they're going to be oh no, Tiger was not, not
they might be talking about Scotty Scheffler. I can't pronounce his name. Scotty Scheffler, and we're over here talking about Tiger Woods. Who's Tiger Woods?
Well, I mean,
they're talking about Scotty.
We never thought we'd be talking about anybody being close to Tom Brady, and Mahomes is already kind of pushing his way into that debate pretty quick, and he's just turning 30. It's if he has a few more good years, he could be right truly in that debate. Scotty Scheffler, it's I do think. I mean, and in tennis too, Alcaraz and Sinner, man. These two dudes are as good as it gets, and they might be challenging these dudes that we probably have on our list today.
Oh, and I think, and speaking of which, when we talk about some tennis, I think you want to start about some tennising.
I would love to.
So did we firm and vote on who we think the
greatest? I think we all went Tiger.
Tiger. All right. And I like that segue, Doug. Yeah, we can start talking about the old tennis here.
Dude, tennis was my favorite one. I will say, I really enjoyed this one because I don't know.
Because that's another thing. We in our day and age for us, we're all our 30s. We think of the Djokovic, the Federer, the Nadals. But then now in this era, like Doug mentioned, you have the Sinner and the Alcaraz, or Stuart likes to call him the Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. Yes, you will dog me to this day about Alcatraz.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
So yeah, this generation growing up, they have the Sinner, they have the Alcaraz, whereas we, it's not too long ago. It's not like these people are ancient. But yeah, the Djokovic, the Nadal, the Federers.
I mean, and Djokovic just made the semifinal still too. That's what's wild about this. He has a legitimate shot to win another one.
Yeah.
He might win the U.S. Open here in a couple of weeks. He's probably the third favorite to win it.
But that's why Djokovic is number one.
That's why Djokovic's number one on my list. I mean,
yeah, Stuart,
he has every stat. I mean, he has
honestly,
the most majors, the most weeks at number one by far. He has over 2 years more than Tiger Woods or than Federer at number one in the world.
I mean, I would argue. I'm going to disagree with Wikipedia. I know he has more titles, but I got to go with Federer. Federer, when I think of the GOATs, I know Djokovic is the best, but I love Federer. I was a huge Federer as a kid.
See, I mean, this is where you could make the reverse case, where it's who's the face of, when you think tennis, who's the first face? Because Federer's in all the commercials, the Rolex stuff. He's kind of the dude of tennis still to this day.
Yeah,
I mean, he's my number two because he had 237 straight weeks at number one.
Yeah,
237. That's nearly 5 years. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that was the all-time record, and he has the most all-time titles still. It's kind of the Tiger Woods had more all-time titles, but Jack Nicklaus had more majors. Federer has 103 to Novak's 100, but Novak has 24 majors to Roger's 20.
Yeah, that's kind of where I went with, because Djokovic 24 titles, Federer 20. Federer is my number 2 on my list, and then Rafael Nadal is number 3 to round it out for my top 3.
All right,
we should do a head-to-head comparison though. Could you put that? Are you able to share that, Stu? If we just did Novak versus Roger head-to-head,
Oh, that's a
Like
good
I would love to just see what the stats are head to head all time between these three greats. And
That's a good question. I could actually maybe.
I mean,
I
heck,
mean-
for our video, if we were editing, that'd be a great thing to put on the screen right here. Federer versus Djokovic.
I think Stu, you can do that, right? Can you share your screen and just like?
Yeah, I might have to like look for a Federer
Well,
versus.
I'll always pull up the records here, so that way we can at least discuss that.
Stu, while you're looking that up, who's your top three?
I think
I know you went with Federer's 1.
I would have gone Federer 1, Djokovic.
Strokovic.
All right, Stu. Bad news for your argument. Novak leads the all-time series, 27-23 between the two.
Boo! Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, the head-to-head, yeah.
Four game difference there.
More importantly, 13-6 in finals.
And then Nadal. I mean, technically, it's crazy to think Nadal's retired.
Grand
So-
Slam, Stu, 11-7 as well.
But
Novak beat him head to head.
then
Wow.
Federer versus Nadal.
We're just spitting facts in favor of our boy Novak Strokovic.
I mean, like Novak, it was close, but then like the fact that he was able to push so long and still stay at that level, for me, it's like, I don't know, man. Like he's become the face for me. Like I love Federer, but it's like Novak passed him in like almost every measurable category and beat him head to head more.
I'm just thinking, instance of GOATs. I know we're gonna probably vote, but I gotta go with Federer. I'm sorry. I know the stats. I just.
All right, I have a weird question for you, gentlemen. I'm gonna word this even weird too to maybe attract our younger viewers. Who had more aura in the early 2000s, Federer or Tiger Woods?
Tiger.
Oh, Tiger Woods for sure.
Yeah, Tiger Woods.
Oh, are you sure? Are you
I mean,
sure?
I say that because we're thinking of 2000s. Tiger Woods. I'm just thinking of like commercials. Was he in like any Wheaties commercials or like?
I mean, Novak was, I think Federer was in all of that too.
But also, I will say this: Tiger Woods went to Oprah. You know how many men went on the studio just
on the
to
Oprah
watch
show?
Tiger
So
Woods?
you're thinking, all right.
You know how many gentlemen watched Oprah and went into the studio just to see a Tiger Woods interview? Just saying.
I mean, was Roger Federer, Tiger Woods ever on Good Morning America or with Regis Philbin and Kelly Ripa?
But I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, when I think of the GOATs of daytime television, Oprah.
So Federer, he's from Switzerland, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So I wonder, in the 2000s, to go back to your question, Mr. Doug, is, we saw all these things, and we also saw them, here in America, commercial wise, TV wise, appearances, talk shows like Stuart was mentioning. I wonder how that was in Switzerland. Was Roger Federer, because he was such a nationally known guy in the country of Switzerland, was he all over TVs, all over newspapers, all over social? Well, it wasn't really social media.
I mean,
back in 2000, we'll say media. It's
but
TV.
You still see Federer on like all these like Rolex commercials and stuff to this day. Though I haven't seen Tiger Woods like in a commercial in 15 years.
Well, I mean, you're
10 years.
We're talking 2000s. We're not talking about.
I guess we're going to early 2000s. It's pretty close. I did look it up, and it's kind of like honestly what AI said was its personal preference. It's literally what they said. Like it's like they're two titans. They're like both like hold records for being ranked number one and everything else. It's like, do you prefer golf or tennis? Basically, is what it came down to.
Huh.
It's a tough. I think.
So me and Chris, we have Novak at 1.
Yeah, I'll go Federer
at 1.
I just got to think. I know he has more wins, but I'm just thinking the face. I'm thinking like.
So it doesn't matter the face. We're talking about the greatest of all time, like the guy or girl who dominates the sport.
Yeah. So I mean, are we all putting Nadal 3? I guess so we can at least get that one off. Is Nadal 3 for all of us?
We can do Nadal 3, but Nadal's always great. I will always say Nadal.
I mean, Nadal's close too. I mean, he has more championships. I think Nadal might lead the head-to-head series between Federer too. Actually,
I know he has more titles overall. He has 22 compared to Federer, who has 20.
When we have like the triple like 3 of like royalty of golf. I mean, not golf, tennis. Sorry.
Yeah. When I was looking up stats and numbers here, it was crazy. It's like you have Djokovic, Federer, Nadal, and then there was a pretty big drop off between like those top 3 and then like the next people down below.
Yeah, Nadal does hold the head-to-head versus Federer too, actually. So Federer has the loser at all.
Another case for Federer not being number one.
Boo! But I like Federer. Okay, I like Federer. I've been a Federer fan. I will say it. Like
now we have two trigger points on Stu: the Dallas Cowboys, and then Roger Federer not being the GOAT for tennis.
Novak holds a 31-29 lead over Rafa as well. So Novak leads both head-to-heads, but him and Rafael Nadal are like literally 31-29.
Wow.
Boo you all. But anyway.
Better matchup than Strokovic and Federer.
Yes.
Now, wait, can I throw my honorable mention really quick?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the other sport yet? Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, it's got to be, I think you got to throw in Serena Williams into the debate. I mean,
I think if there's like female, I would honestly just say Serena Williams, case closed. That's it.
I mean, and like you could make the case for like just great. I mean, granted, we all know we had the debate last time of if she could truly take down like an elite men's player, and she said even admitted that she couldn't. But she has 23 Grand Slams, which is second all time. She's won 4 gold medals, which is more than the top 3 men combined. So she has 4 golds. The 3 men have 4 total golds too. She has 319 weeks at number 1, which is better than Federer. It's better than Nadal.
Wow, 319. Ooh.
And she also has, on top of her 23 all-time Grand Slams, she has 14 doubles Grand Slams with her sister. So she's really won 37 Grand Slams if you counted doubles, which we don't. But like she's won the championship of 37 times between doubles and singles for Grand Slams. That's absolute dominance.
Like
that is a great honorable mention. Yeah, if it wasn't for that interview that I watched with Serena Williams about her admitting she couldn't compete with men's, I would definitely have put her in the top 3. But
I mean, she's special. I mean, I think she's maybe making a comeback. Like, I think Venus is making a little bit of a comeback too. They're thinking about. I don't know if they'll try for the U.S. Open, but it'd be kind of fun to see if they gave it one last little run.
Yeah, when I think of women's tennis, I think of obviously Serena Williams. I'm not sure who else. What's her name? Coco. Yeah. She's coming up there, but I mean, she's not going to be an all-time great because she's an up-and-comer. But I don't really know of any other tennis players besides the Williams.
The women's game seems to be very diverse too. Like there doesn't seem to be like a dominant female player right now. They're kind of like there's a lot of players that'll come win a title. Like I think Coco won one, but then she lost in the first round. I think she won the French Open, then lost in the very first round of Wimbledon. So it's like the women's game is kind of wide open right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I do agree. If it's female, Serena, case closed. We're done.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I would be like, she's like the GOAT. She's the GOAT of
well, I mean, and she has like all kinds of movies, and like she's so much bigger than tennis too. And like she was part of the
that's why I would say if you're not a tennis fan or you don't care to watch tennis, you know who Serena Williams is.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, her face is as recognizable as any of the men that we we mentioned as well.
Like,
she's
honestly
still a huge,
Could you even argue maybe who is more famous, Serena or Djokovic? I'm going to go Serena.
I mean, I would at least here in the United States for sure, but probably even globally as well. There might be some homegrown bias there, but like I'm sure she's hyper famous.
I mean, granted, we this is America land, and we're always number 1.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, if we went to Djokovic, he's from Serbia. I wonder if we went to Serbia. Well, obviously they have oh man, I can't think of his name. The NBA. Well, I can't think of his name. The Joker.
Oh yeah, a
couple of jokers, bro.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokovic.
Like going back to tennis, if we went to Serbia. And if we looked at like their type of media, like I said, TVs, commercials, newspapers, magazines, like how big of a star is Djokovic, and like do you ever hear about Serena Williams or anything like that, or like is women's tennis even a thing over there? Because I don't even know women's tennis. I mean, women's tennis is definitely a sport over there, I can imagine, but it's probably not as prominent because I'm not sure who the top women's tennis players are. Based on country, even.
It is nice that Americans are a lot better in women's tennis than we are men's, because we are not a very good men's tennis program. Like we're not a good men's like soccer national team like country. We're not a good men's.
Yeah, but I would still argue, like, to be fair, like if you're making the big bucks and you're a big athlete, you're not doing soccer. You're going to football, NBA.
I mean, that's true to some extent, but it's like when we're 10 times larger than some of these countries that are consistently dominant.
But,
like,
I would. Are you telling me if we had
you have such a talent pool? There's no way you don't. So you're going to tell me that there's not a bunch of dudes, like a lot of our friends that played soccer and went to college for soccer, that would play in the national team if they were good enough?
But are you telling me if we had our NBA players, our NFL players be like a striker, do you think, or
I mean, the peak athletes that are tall are going to go to basketball. I mean, each athlete has his own niche, though, you know.
But I'm just saying. I think if we had our,
are you going to tell me there's not dudes in Spain that also play basketball? Because they also have a great men's national basketball team, but they also win World Cups.
But I would argue, I think it's the money. It's all about the. You're not going to make money. I'm sorry, MLS. You're not going to make a lot of money. NFL, you're going to make a lot of money. NBA, you're going to make a lot of money.
Well, the WNBA.
Well, you don't have to play in the MLS to be on the men's national team, though. You don't have to play in like America. You can still play in like European leagues and be a United States player.
But I feel like that's probably the reason why, the top athlete. But anyway, we should get to the next one. We should talk about.
Oh, he doesn't want to talk about that anymore.
No.
On to the next one.
On to the next one. Yes, we got to talk.
Let's do it.
We got to talk about the Olympics. And I have my goats for that one, for the Olympics.
I got mine, but I fear that I have a lot of recency bias, unfortunately.
And also, I do have my recency bias.
All right, sir, let's hear your top three, then we'll go to Doug, and then we'll compare.
Yeah, I want to hear Chris's wild card here that we won't recognize.
Yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce your last name. I'll try it.
Oh, is the Soviet one? Okay, so mine is obviously Michael Phelps. America.
That should be everyone's goat.
23 gold medals. I believe in Beijing, had the most records for most gold medals in like a single Olympics.
Yeah. No, it was impressive. 8 gold medals in that one Olympics.
Yes. I think peak. I mean, peak
and longevity, because he had to do it for at least 3 Olympics.
Yeah, I think he started in 2000.
2004, 2008, 2012, and then ended in 2016. So
that's
16 years. That's crazy to think.
Like, that's LeBron James level stuff,
Yeah, like I always say, when you think of the GOATs of the Olympics, it's Michael Phelps, obviously.
I do have to have a shout out here. Go Blue. He went to Michigan.
Did he really?
He actually did.
He's off my list. Sorry.
No, okay, cancel a thing. Cancel, not the GOAT. He's the choke.
Yeah, root for the Olympians if they went to Michigan. Boo.
Yeah. No! I don't care if we gave America gold medals. Boo!
I mean, the one guy I should have put on my list just because he's from Columbus. I think he went to Ohio State. Yeah, Jesse Owens. But,
that's a good one.
He's not on my list.
He's a good one though for sure.
He's a good
All right,
one.
so you had Michael Phelps at 1. Who's your numero 2?
Is it okay if we do a female?
Of course,
two of my 3 are females.
All right,
Simone Biles.
Yep, I got Simone Biles as my number 2 as well.
Sports podcast.
So me and you match up so far. I'm 2 for 2.
I think this might be a good debate. Who's the biggest female GOAT, Serena or Simone Biles?
Well, I mean. Oh, like in their respective sports?
Yes.
Well, I mean, Serena won 4 gold medals, but Simone won a bunch of world championships along with Olympic medals.
Yeah.
I don't know how many worlds she's won though, but I mean, from a pure domination standpoint, I would say Serena was more dominant in her respective field. But comparing.
Yeah. And I guess you can argue about the 2021 where she withdrew because she had mental health issues.
Boo.
But to be fair, she came back 3 years later and won gold.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, you're putting Simone Biles as 2?
I'm putting Simone Biles as 2. I think honestly, she might be the greatest female Olympian GOAT of all time.
So I'm dying to hear your third. I'd love to know.
Oh, it's a Soviet player, and I probably can't pronounce it.
Is it a guy or girl?
I believe it is an Olympic gymnastics.
Do you guys have the same person?
Yeah. Is it the same person?
I mean, you said you started with an L, but you said Latara. Mine is Larissa Latinina. She's a female gymnast.
Oh, I would have put in an honorable mention Nadia Comaneci. the Romanian gymnastics just because she got a perfect 10. That's hard.
Oh yeah, I did read about her. I was gonna put her up there.
Yeah.
And because of her,
yeah.
she had a perfect 10, and basically I read an entire article about her. She had a perfect 10. I forgot what year it was.
1976 in Montreal.
But yeah, the scoreboard at the Olympics, they couldn't generate a perfect 10 because they weren't really thinking that a perfect 10 was possible. So they didn't have enough digits to get a 10. So they just gave her a 1, a 1.00 instead of a 10.00. There weren't enough digits. So they just gave her a 1, which meant she got a 10. And after that, no one else. Well, I think there's one other lady who got a 10, but this lady who Stuart mentioned, she was the first one to get a perfect 10. And after that, the 10 is very rare.
All right. Well, that's a good one. I want a completely different direction.
Oh, let's hear Mr.
Well, I put Mr. Usain Bolt in there. Partly because
that's a good.
he has 8 gold medals. He holds the world record in 3 different events. I think to this day, he still holds the world record. I think in the 100, the 200, and the 4x100.
You know, a funny fact about Usain Bolt, because I was going to put him in my top 3, but I was like, there's other names that are more deserving. Is he has the world record for the 100 meter and the 200 meter, but the 100 meter and the 200 meter, he has the Olympic record. But then he set the world records not at the Olympics. He set them at some other world championship for track.
Well, exactly. So he's, wow. I thought he deserved to be there, like, just because, same thing. His peak dominance was so unbelievable. Like, it was must-watch TV. Like, I put the super intro, but I was like, you have to put on and try to see, like, what was his name? Gatlin, and some of those dudes trying to take him down from the U.S., and it was just like, dude, this dude is on another level. He just, like, pulls away from people and is toying with them. Like, it was top of the game level stuff. It was pretty fun to watch.
And he's beloved in Jamaica, I will say. Usain Bolt is just like, and here's a fun fact.
He could be Jamaica's king if he wanted, if he really wanted to. He's just so they love him over there. I was watching a commercial the other day. It was actually Usain Bolt. I don't think it was anytime recent because I think he got a little bit out of shape since he being a
wow. You gotta make fun of Usain Bolt. Wow.
But anyway, so it was a commercial, and it was him versus 100 people running a 100-meter sprint, and this guy it looks like he's jogging. So it was pretty interesting to watch.
I saw that as well. Yeah, that was fun. There's one lady that kind of kept up with him too. I think there's one, like, they weren't like really close, but like it was kind of funny to see the effort. Like, most people were.
It was because it's Usain Bolt versus 100 runners. If you watch the stragglers, which people are just watching the pillar on the top, if you look at the back of the line, there's a couple of people that fall down to start the race. So it's pretty comical to watch, just not the people that are in the front of the line, but to watch everyone around it.
And fun fact, Douglas, I guess Usain Bolt actually is an NFL fan and he's a Packers fan. Fun fact.
Oh, I revoke.
You revoke. It's over. He roots for the Chiefs.
I respect greatness, Stu, so I don't respect the Packers right now. Double-sided.
So, Doug, was Usain Bolt your top 1, or was he just
No, he was my third. It was Phelps, Biles, then him.
Simone Biles, okay. Gotcha.
Biles was my 2. My first 2 I matched with Stu. I also think Phelps is the easy number 1. I did put Simone at number 2. I feel like her peak window has been so large, and she was, like, so big, like, here in the country, because she just won an ESPY, I think, for, what was it, for, like, best female athlete or whatever it was. Like, she just won the ESPY. She's on top of her game still, and I feel like she's been on top of her game for 12 years or so.
Now, this is a good question we should ask it, and I always say it. I don't watch gymnastics or swimming. Does the average person knows who Michael Phelps is, or Simone Biles? But I'm trying to think who would be more the GOAT status. That's why I'm trying to think of the GOAT status in that sense.
I mean, for me, it's got to be Phelps. I mean, when I was in high school, like, he was so unbelievably big. Like, everything was Michael Phelps on the cover of everything. I mean, Simone's huge. But, like, Michael Phelps, it felt like celebrity status. Like, I mean, they all feel like celebrity status, but it felt different to me. Like, it felt generational.
Mm-hmm. This is a tough one because, like,
I mean, I would go Michael Phelps. I mean, everyone pretty much knows him. He was pretty sure he was on the box of Wheaties. If you're going to the grocery store when it was the height of Michael Phelps, he was pretty much everywhere.
Every commercial, like, he was on like every single commercial. It felt like for like years.
Yeah. Now
he's the face of the University of Michigan now.
Right now, it's Grace Underwood for sure.
Right.
He's our hope and our dream right there, and $10 million and a 17-year-old kid. let's go.
No, you all agree for the Olympics. We got Michael Phelps.
Yep.
All right. It's
so my top three: Michael Phelps, Larissa Lady Nina, the Soviet Union gymnast. Who, I mean, she is. I picked her. She has 18 medals overall in her lifetime. And she's actually like I mentioned earlier, based on age, she's actually 90 years of age right now.
I mean, to be fair, she's accomplished more than what we'll ever do in our entire career, in our lifetime. Let's be honest.
Sure, our lives aren't over. You never know.
I mean, are we gonna win a gold medal?
And then no. So I doubt if we're gonna unless there's some. I mean, flag football is becoming an Olympic sport here in 2028. So maybe there's a sport that we can be involved with and go to the Olympics. But number 3 on my list, none of it was on your list. The swimmer, United States swimmer, female, Katie Ledecky. Pretty dominant in her sport. She has 14 overall medals. Actually, like stemming off, because Doug mentioned LeBron James. It's unfortunate that basketball players can only win one medal. And that's if you win it, for your sport. Whereas swimming, you have, the 4x100 relays, the 4x4, you have individual, you have breaststroke, butterfly, all that stuff. So like swimmers, they have so many more opportunities to win different medals. Whereas basketball, for example, you only have pretty much one opportunity to win a medal at every Olympics. So yeah.
Now, should we do the final head-to-head? We have our 4 GOATs right now. Should we do the combined? We
can I put out one more little fact here, just so that way we consider this. Novak has 1 gold medal. Federer has 1 gold medal. Nadal has 2 gold medals. Tiger Woods has 0 gold medals. Serena has 4. And then obviously we know how many the Olympians have.
Yeah, but how many gold medals does Dale Earnhardt have? I don't think
it's a big old trophy every single Sunday.
You got a big old trophy. I mean, this is a good question. We got it. We have our 4. We got the final. Should we do like a ranked choice voting on who we vote for, on who's our GOATs?
The all-time GOAT?
Out of these 4 sports, or these 4 sporting, because I don't know, the Olympics aren't really a sport. It's a culmination of sports. So you have golf, tennis, racing, and the Olympics. If we're going to do an all-time GOAT out of the 4 we picked, Djokovic, Tiger Woods, you guys picked Earnhardt, and then we had Michael Phelps. Man, my 2 would be Michael Phelps and Djokovic, but I'd probably pick Djokovic solely because he's been at number 1 for what, Doug, you said 230?
400.
I'm still going to argue this. I know he's not got any gold medals his entire, but just the sense of dominance. I got to go with Tiger Woods.
That's fine. My top 2 are the same as Chris's, and I think I was following the same logic where I was like really on a coin flip between Phelps and Novak. And I've gone back and forth, but I do feel like overall dominance is Novak. Like his peak window, I mean, he has been relevant for 20 years of elite tennis. Like it has been a literal lifetime since I was a child that this man is still making Grand Slam semifinals. Like there's nobody else with that wide of a window, and he leads in so many major statistics. I mean, Phelps, to me though, you could make the case just 10 more medals than any other athlete that we mentioned is just absolutely ridiculous.
All right. So you're thinking, are we saying we're doing Djokovic as the all-time GOAT?
That's who I would go with probably.
Oh my God!
I do like Tiger Woods though. I mean, I'm not switching my vote to Tiger Woods. I like Tiger Woods. He has 82 career wins, whereas titles, Djokovic has 24.
Well, titles though, all-time wins though, Djokovic has 100.
Oh, well, I'm seeing Djokovic has 392 all-time wins.
That's he has round wins, but he has 100 titles, 24 majors.
Oh, 100 titles. Okay, that's the sealer right there. 100 wins or 100 whatever titles or whatever.
He's first on my list in any sport in all-time wins, it looks like.
But I will say this. I feel like, can you believe it? Last year, we had our arguments on the GOATs. and you picked Brady over Michael Jordan, which I still am salty about.
I think Brady just won the Fanatics, like that giant Fanatics event too. Like he's so good, Stu. He crosses boundaries. He beat Eli Manning. Wait, no, or did Eli Manning beat him actually?
But I will still argue with this. 6 championships. How many NBA championships did Michael Jordan lose in a series? None. 100% perfection.
No. Well, Stu, Tom Brady did win the Fanatics games and 7 Super Bowls, so he's the GOAT.
But he lost Super Bowls. I'm just saying.
Mahomes already lost a bunch of them. Manning lost a bunch. Marino couldn't
how
win
many
one.
Michael Jordan never lost? He's 100% perfection.
Well, he didn't get there as many times as Tom Brady. Tom Brady has 7. Michael has 6.
But I will also argue Tom Brady never had the flu. Michael Jordan had the flu. And you know what he did? Won game 6.
Boom.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Stu, agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. So we have our GOATs now. Djokovic is now the GOATs of the sports. And that is can you believe it? 1 hour, we pretty much got our GOATs.
Perfect timing.
And now next week, we're gonna have to do some opposites right now, gentlemen. We talk about GOATs. We got to talk about teams that choke. We're talking about the worst sports teams. And we got to figure out right now who in the last 25 years in this millennium is the worst.
Wait, this millennium or 25 years? Which one are we talking about here?
Well, this millennium, that's 25 years. So to be fair.
Millennium, I
think he's right. Since 2000.
Since 2000.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yes. And our rules is no trolling and saying the Cowboys suck. We got to go with
boo, but they suck so bad.
No, we at least win playoff games. We won playoff games. But anyway, in this century. But we got to go with teams, I will say it, that are just awful.
So we're going with teams only, or we're going players individually?
Let's go teams. I think it would be fun to talk about teams and just be.
And are we doing the four major sports?
We're doing the
one of them one for each of the 4 major sports. Worst team in the last 25 years.
4 major sports. Yes.
Are we doing just one team from each sport, or like how about we do top 2 from? Have a little list, top 2 from each, and then we have to do a year too.
Yeah, and then we got to decide who is the chokes, and also I might put the Brownies on that list. I'm sorry.
I mean, sure, we could say the Detroit Lions too. Detroit went 0-16 as well.
Sure,
I mean, I would easily go because I mean you can't just say that's what was it 2016 2017 where the Browns went 0-16 and then 1-15 or something like that because it's a different team. Yeah, pretty much same outcome, but it's a different team. Because we signed different players, we dropped different players.
Well, I mean, that's what's hard going over 25 years. I mean, the Browns obviously also had some playoff runs, and I think they maybe won a division title.
Yeah, but you can talk about those 2000s and 2000.
Yeah, no offense, but the Browns are on the list. The Lions might be too. I'd have to look. And
those would probably be my. I would really have to look at since 2000. Were there any other teams that went 0-16 for the NFL? No, otherwise, Lions and Browns right there for sure.
Yeah, I think
the only other team that I thought about was the Jaguars. I feel like they had like a 1-15 or 2 in there.
I might put the Jets also on the list of just like.
Yeah, but they won all those AFC champion. They went to like the AFC Championship like 3 or 4 years in a row.
Yeah, so that's a good question.
So I think it'll be interesting.
Go teams that never won an AFC Championship. Or the championship, or their like Final Fours, and just completely just been like consistently bad. Not like they had one bad year. They just
all right. Now you're bringing up another can of worms here. You're saying consistently bad, so this is several years. I thought we were just doing one team 1 year. We can't just do the entire franchise. I mean, I get we could. It's your podcast.
So you want to do singular worst year? Like what was like who had the worst single like. So, like the Colorado Rockies this year could be, or like the White Sox last year would be the worst MLB of this decade.
That might be a fun one. Yeah, I think let's do it like that.
It's like worst all-time season out of all the sports.
Yeah, worst all-time seasons, and we're going to make fun of them, and we're going to see, and we're going to troll as such, and then gentlemen, we're going to get to next week, 2 weeks from now. You got your seatbelts ready,
dude? Cleveland Browns, baby, let's go.
NFL preseason! Woo!
Hey, the first preseason game is 9 days away.
Let's go!
It's a Chargers for someone. It's
I'm
the Hall of Fame
so
game in
excited.
Canton, Ohio.
We are gonna preview 8 teams each week. We're gonna start out with the worst teams in the NFL in the worst division, which we're gonna start with the Tennessee Titans. And we're gonna end it with, I hate to say it, the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl. That'll be the last team we'll discuss. Yeah.
I look forward to that.
I do.
I also look forward to going to sleep.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to going to sleep. So anyway,
10:30
as always,
standard time for bed.
as always, I'm gonna catch you later, Mr. Gator. So as always, take care. Bye-bye. Woo!